Hi, I'm Michelle McDuffie, and I'm the owner of Soul Patrol Food Truck. Here in Knoxville, Tennessee, we specialize in soul food, specifically lactose-free baked mac and cheese. Soul Patrol is personal to me. It's a labor of love. It is personal because I am severely lactose intolerant, and I wasn't always lactose intolerant. I became lactose intolerant. This started with a ruptured appendix. My appendix ruptured in 2007. That led to emergency surgery. The scar tissue from that surgery choked out my small intestine, which led to another emergency surgery 3 years later after the appendix, and then a second emergency surgery after that small bowel obstruction. I had the exact same problem, and after the surgery I recovered, did well. I started going back, getting back into my normal diet after surgery, and every Sunday we would go to my mom's house and have Sunday dinner, which included baked mac and cheese. And I would go home and I started getting sick, and it didn't happen just one Sunday, it happened a couple Sundays in a row. And then I went to a pizza place that we had been eating forever, and I got sick there, and initially I thought maybe it was food poisoning. But after a series of those events, I went back to my doctor and I did a lot of research, and in the research and talking to my doctor, I learned that my body was no longer able to produce the lactase enzyme that breaks down the lactose that's found in dairy foods, hence the mac and cheese and the pizzas. So I learned that I was lactose intolerant. So for about 10 or 12 years, I went completely lactose free, did not eat anything that contained those foods because of the pain and the discomfort that it caused my body. Some people could tolerate it, but for me it was just so painful, and it's just so uncomfortable. And over the years, I started thinking, I'm really missing mac and cheese. What can I do so that I can eat this again? What alternatives are there? So I tried I tried various different types of vegan cheeses, and I didn't really like those. So I wanted to dig deeper to see what else was out there. And I learned that there are lactose-free cheeses out there. There's milks out there that doesn't have lactose, like oat milk. It's literally just oats and water. So, and then I learned that there are vegan butters out there, and I just started putting all this research together, and I started experimenting with these different types of recipes, and that led to the discovery of, hey, there are lactose-free options out there that my body can tolerate and that doesn't make me sick and doesn't cause the pain and discomfort. And here we are. That led to the birth and discovery of Soul Patrol. So the biggest lesson that I've learned thus far, being a year old in business, is to research your companies that you are doing business with. We hired a food truck manufacturer. At one point was the largest food truck manufacturer in the nation, and we thought they were legit, and based on everything that we could tell, they were legit. And it turns out that they scammed us out of over $34,000. We hired an attorney, and basically the legal advice that we were given was to get in line with the lawsuits or just take a loss. And that really led to I almost spiraled into a depression. I was borderline, and that was a hard blow for me. And even though I researched this company and everything I saw online, they were legit, until I learned, I dug deeper, and I learned that there were so many other families that they had scammed out of so much money, way more than they took from me. This was our money that we worked hard for, and we were paying for our food truck out of pocket, and they took this money from us, and we haven't gotten a penny of that money back as of yet today. However, in that moment, after I got through all the tears and the distraught and the depression, I gathered myself, and I'm strong in my faith. I prayed and I asked God for guidance and direction. I talked to my husband, and we decided we're not gonna quit. We're gonna rebuild. So we found a company. We purchased a new trailer, and then we kind of selectively select our own equipment, had everything installed, and here we are. We did not give up, and giving up was never an option. I developed my own recipes. I can make them at home anytime. But then I started realizing there's so many other people. There's people in my family that are lactose intolerant. My husband is lactose intolerant. His severity is not as severe as mine, but I cook for myself, I cook for him, I cook for my family members. Even my friends and my neighbors, they come by and want some lactose-free mac and cheese. But there's so many other people out there. I feel like sometimes it could be an untapped industry. There's so many people that suffer from being lactose intolerant, who can't tolerate, who can't just say, oh, I just drink a cup of milk, but I just deal with it. There are people who has the level of severity such as my own where it's too painful and you just don't want it anymore and you stick with like the oat milks. And I wanted to share those recipes with the world. And here we are. Not only do we cook soul food, we cook mac and cheese is a southern soul food staple, but it's the lactose-free version. You still can enjoy it. You can have it, and it's still delicious. If I didn't tell you, you wouldn't know it was lactose-free. Not only do we have lactose-free mac and cheese, we have lactose-free sweet potato pie. We have lactose-free banana pudding. We have lactose-free yampanada, which is a deep-fried handheld sweet potato pie where the filling is sweet potato internal, and then it's made in the shape of a empanada. So we named it yampanada. So all of our recipes are lactose-free. So we want the lactose-free community as well as people who are not lactose intolerant. We want you guys to come out, enjoy our foods, and know that it's delicious. And we are here. We're open on the weekends only, and come out and try our food, and you will be back. Okay, so another lesson I would say as a business owner, not only learn my skill and my specialty. My specialty is at the stove, at the fryers, doing all the prep work, all the shopping, managing inventory, all the cooking. I would say learn all aspects of the business. I have a partner who's also my husband who manages the point of sale, and he interfaces with the customers. He takes the orders at the windows. That's not my specialty. It's not my preferred skill set. However, it is good to know that. It's good to know how to manage that point of sale system and know how to move that customer line along when he's unavailable. The setup of the generator, the day-to-day managing and functioning of the opening and closing, and the refilling the water tank, and disposing of the waste and dirty oil and dirty water. And also a big one is learning how to drive and pull this trailer. You have to make these wide right turns, and I'm terrified of that, but it is something that I have to learn. As the owner, I think it's important to know every single aspect of your business so that you can still flow and function properly even when your staff or partner is unavailable. So I think that's very important in not only just owning a business but growing the business. I can still flow and I can still function when my husband is unavailable. Marketing is extremely important. So we opened this business a year ago, and I thought that people would just naturally show up. It doesn't work like that. There are a few people that will come by and, hey, there's a new food truck, let's try it out. But you have to put yourself out there. Being in front of the camera is not really my strong suit, but I'm learning to face my fears of being uncomfortable. Just get in front of the camera, do what I need to do, make it happen, put myself out there, such as this interview, and post on social media, develop that content and share it out there. Have some live action shots of me in the kitchen prepping, or me doing live cooking of, frying some foods, or, whatever I'm doing in the kitchen. Not only just show my hands, show my face. Let people know who I am, what I'm about, what I'm doing, and just market myself. Show that content, share that content, so that social media world can find out what is the Soul Patrol, what are they about, and hashtag Knoxville, Tennessee, because it's an entire trending world available out there that people may not know about us, but after this they know now. So yeah, I would say another lesson is we get a lot of great compliments from people, and I absolutely love those compliments. However, there's been a handful of people that it may not be for everyone, and I understand that. You have to be okay with not being everything to everybody, and that is okay. We get requests sometimes, well, do you guys sell such and such, or do you make such and such? And we don't, and you have to be okay with not being everything to everybody. And I'm okay with that. And that's one of the things that I had to learn, because early on I wanted to be a people pleaser, and I wanted to be everything that everybody wanted. And I came to the conclusion that if I modify my menu and put every single thing on my menu that people ask for, I won't have time to do anything else. I would have so much inventory and spend all this money on so much food. How would I even be able to enjoy it and focus on my specialty? So I learned that early on. Thankfully, I learned early on. I'm okay with not being everything to everybody, and that's okay. Stick to your specialty, stay in your lane, and there's a customer base out there that is specifically for you. Stick to it, be persistent, remain diligent, and the customers will come. Naturally, I think naturally I try to be a people pleaser, but being a business owner, it has taught me that you can please as far as your specialty and your scope and your skill set allows you to. But I'm not a brick mason, or I'm not, I don't specialize in certain types of foods. Like he shared earlier, I don't specialize in Egyptian food or maybe Greek food. There are specialties out there, great restaurants and businesses that cater to those types of foods. I'm not that, and I'm okay with that. So that's important to me also.